Hello everyone! Today we are stepping into a story that might feel a little too familiar. You open your eyes late again. The sun is already slicing through the curtains like it's scolding you. Your alarm clock blinks 07:52. You were supposed to be up an hour though. Your mind shouts, "Why didn't I wake up?" But there's no time to answer. You jump out of bed, shove your phone in your pocket, brush your teeth with military speed, and run out the door. The street outside feels like it's in fast forward. Cars honk, motorbikes zoom past, a delivery man almost crashes into you. And through all that chaos, you hear your inner voice mutter, "Late again." Can I explain that in English? You might be good at English if you listen to this video, because English is everywhere, even when you're just trying to survive the morning. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you really like what I do here. Also, tell me in the comments, where are you listening from and what time is it right now? Now, let's focus. Let's start our next journey together. You reach the bus stop just in time to see your bus driving away, red tail lights fading into the morning mist. Perfect. You sigh. Deep breath. You sit on the bench next to an older woman reading a newspaper. But then you notice something. Behind you, two teenagers are talking in English. They're not from your city. One has curly hair and is holding a tourist map. The other wears headphones around his neck. Their accents are strange, maybe British or Australian. You can't catch everything, but one sentence lands right in your ear like a bright penny. "We totally missed the street again." You repeat it in your head. "We totally missed the street." The rhythm is catchy, like music. You whisper it. You mouth the words like they're secret. It sticks. This is how you learn English easily. Memorize it for beginners. Find the phrase that wants to stay with you. Now you're smiling, a little. Even though your day started like a car crash, you just gained a piece of English. Free! No textbook, no grammar rules, just overheard magic. Your phone buzzes. A message from work. You answer it while walking to the next bus stop. As you type, you remember something your teacher once said. English is a street language. You don't need a classroom. You need ears. The next stop is crowded. You squeeze on the bus and grab the railing. A little boy is watching cartoons on a tablet beside you. You peek over and hear, "Watch out! That's dangerous!" It's a cartoon voice, high-pitched and dramatic. But that word, dangerous, hits different. It's one of those words you think you know, but now it's connected to emotion, fear, surprise. That's the trick. Vocabulary means nothing without feeling. You won't remember dangerous from a textbook, but you'll remember it from a cartoon yelling at a ninja turtle falling off a bridge. Your stop is coming. You push the button, you step off. Suddenly, the world feels a little more English-friendly. You pass a woman walking her dog and imagine asking her in English, "Excuse me, what breed is that?" You don't say it out loud, but the sentence is there, waiting. You keep walking. The cafe is close now. Your stomach is already thinking about toast, but your brain is still running English simulations. What if I had to order in English today? What would I say if someone asked me for help? The English word of the day bubbles up. Catch up. You were trying to catch up with your morning. You were catching up with the bus. And now, maybe, you're catching up with English itself. You stand at the counter and imagine, I'd like a coffee, please. 1 sugar, no milk. You don't need to say it. You just rehearse it like a song lyric in your mind. That's how you build fluency, phrase by phrase, moment by moment. Outside, a group of teenagers walk by speaking English again. One shouts, "Chill out, we're not late." You laugh, "You are late," but it's okay, because today you're not just surviving. You're listening, you're learning. English isn't a thing you study, it's a thing you live. And every second, every overheard word is like a tiny stone in your pocket. One day, you'll look back and realize you weren't just catching up, you were moving forward. You're still thinking about that phrase. We totally missed the street. It keeps bouncing around your head like a catchy chorus. You say it under your breath, almost like you're chewing on it. Every time the words roll off your tongue, they feel a little smoother, a little more yours. But before your brain can wrap itself around that idea completely, life throws you another challenge. You're standing on the sidewalk near the next bus stop when you check your phone and realize the worst. You left your wallet at home. No cash, no bus card, no ID. You pat your pockets as if your wallet might suddenly materialize out of sheer panic. It doesn't. A tourist couple approaches the bus stop. They're scanning a map, looking puzzled. The woman turns to you with a polite smile and says, "Excuse me, do you know how to get to Central Market?" Your heart skips a beat. This is it. The moment you secretly trained for while watching those English listening videos. Your brain begins to panic. What if I say it wrong? What if I forget the words? But then you hear that beginner phrase echo. How you learn English: start small, stay calm. You take a deep breath. Yes, you say. Go that way, 2 streets, then left. Your grammar isn't perfect. Your sentence is like a sandwich missing the middle, but their eyes light up. "Oh, thank you so much." You nod. They walk away. You feel like you just ran a marathon in slippers, but also victory. You used English in real life. You helped someone. The memorable word in this moment is excuse. It's polite, useful, and starts more English conversations than any other word. Learn it, use it, own it. You smile to yourself, and something strange happens. You don't feel embarrassed. You feel alive. Across the street, there's a little cafe. You decide to go in, hoping they accept mobile payment. You push the door open, and it jingles like a movie scene. Inside, the air smells like cinnamon and roasted coffee. There's music playing softly. English lyrics. A waitress greets you. You wave awkwardly and head to the counter. In the line ahead, there are 2 girls talking. One says, "I was so embarrassed, I could have disappeared." You can't help but laugh. You just had that moment outside. You know the feeling. But that idiom, "I could have disappeared," now it belongs to you. Because emotion makes words stick. The sillier the story, the stronger the memory. You whisper the phrase, you picture it, and just like that, another piece of the language falls into place. This is how you memorize English. Connect words with your life. Not flashcards, not drills, just moments. The waitress calls, "Next, please," and it's your turn. You look at the menu, panic again. Everything is in English. You force yourself to try. 1 coffee, to go. No sugar. She smiles. Got it. Name? You blink. Name? Why would they ask you for your name? You stammer, John. You're not John, but today apparently you are. When she calls John a minute later, it hits you. The world doesn't care if your English is perfect. It just cares that you try. You grab your coffee and head outside. Sip, breathe. Warmth spreads through you, not just from the drink, but from the courage it took to speak. Your phone buzzes again. A message from your English learning friend. Let's have a call later. You type, sure, but I speak very slowly. She replies, me too. We learn together. That sentence lingers. We learn together. Learning English isn't about being smart. It's about being brave again and again. You check the time, still no wallet, still no bus, but somehow your day is a success. You've picked up new phrases, you spoke to a stranger, you laughed at an idiom, and most of all, you didn't give up. As you walk, you say one last phrase out loud. I'm not perfect, but I'm learning. That's it. That's the whole goal. And maybe that's enough for today. Your phone vibrates gently in your pocket. It's your English friend again, calling this time. You freeze a little. You weren't ready for speaking. Listening's okay. Typing? Sure. But now, real-time English? That's like jumping into a swimming pool before learning to float. You hesitate, then swipe to answer. Hello? Your voice cracks like a radio stuck between stations. Hi, it's me. Her voice is warm, cheerful, easy. Can you hear me okay? You nod instinctively, forgetting for a moment she can't see you. Yes, I hear good. I hear well. She laughs, and not in a mean way. It feels like the kind of laugh that says, hey, we're both just figuring this out. This is how you learn English easily, memorize it for beginners. You say something wrong, laugh about it, then say it right. You talk slowly. She does too. You both use simple words. What did you eat today? I eat rice and chicken. You? I had a sandwich with cheese. Too much cheese. And you both laugh again. You forget for a moment that this is practice. It just feels like talking. Real, messy, human talking. Suddenly, you don't feel like a student. You feel like a person who speaks English. Just not fast. Not yet. You use the phrase of the day. Hold on. You say it when the call cuts out for a second. Wait, hold on. Bad signal. It works. She understands. It's a small phrase, but it holds big power. Hold on. For beginners, this phrase is gold. It buys you time. It shows confidence. It keeps the conversation going. She asks, do you remember your dream last night? You think. Wait. Yes, you do. And it shocks you. In your dream, you were walking through an airport. People were speaking English. Not just around you, to you. You were answering, smiling, saying things like, this way, please. Can I help you? It wasn't a movie. It wasn't a role play. It was a dream. And you were speaking fluently. You tell her about it. I dreamed in English? She gasps. That's amazing! That's how you know it's working. You nod. It feels surreal, but true. Maybe learning is not just something your brain does. Maybe your heart and dreams are part of it too. After the call, you sit on a bench outside a little park. The trees sway, the birds gossip above you. Everything feels calm now. You think, I'm not afraid of English conversations anymore. I just need time. I just need more tries. You're still thinking about that book, the one with the missing shoes story, when you hear shouting nearby. You turn your head and see a tourist looking flustered. He's turning his pockets inside out, pacing like he's lost something. You walk closer. His voice rises. My phone! It's gone! I think I dropped it! Nobody stops to help. You hesitate. Can I say something? What if I mess up? What if he doesn't understand me? Then that old phrase bubbles up. This is how you learn English easily. Memorize it for beginners. When someone needs help, don't let grammar stop you. You step up and say, You lost your phone? He looks at you, relieved. Yes, I think on the sidewalk, maybe 2 blocks back. I don't know, it's black and, oh man, everything's on it. You nod. Okay, let's walk. Maybe we find it. You're not using perfect English. You know that, but it doesn't matter. It works. You walk together, scanning the ground. He's talking a lot, fast. You miss a few things, but you catch key words. Flight, photos, sister, meeting. Every few steps, he mutters, I'm so dumb. I always lose things. You want to say something comforting, so you try, no worry, it happened. Everyone loses things. He stops walking, looks at you. Then he laughs. Thank you. That's really nice of you. That's it. That moment, that's why English matters. Not to pass a test, not to impress anyone, to help, to connect, to say something that makes a person breathe easier. You find the phone eventually. Someone left it with a security guard nearby. The tourist hugs it like a long-lost child. He turns to you and says, You're a lifesaver, seriously. You don't know how to respond to that, so you just smile. Before he leaves, he asks, What's your name? You pause. Not John this time. You give your real name. Because today, you're not hiding. You're not pretending. You spoke real English from your real self. After he leaves, you keep walking, still smiling. Then you take a wrong turn. You're not even mad. You're in no rush. And getting lost means more opportunities for language surprises. As you walk down the unfamiliar street, you see a sign. Detour ahead. You pause. That word, detour, you've seen it before in a textbook. It means a different way, usually when the usual path is blocked. You look around. This is a detour in English and in life. You repeat the word, detour, and suddenly it connects. Life is a detour. Language learning is a detour. You don't always go the direct way. Sometimes you go left, then right, then in circles, and that's how you get there. You pass a small shop and peek inside. There's a rack of handmade signs. One of them says, "Mistakes are proof you're trying." You stop. You stare. You say it out loud. This sentence is your phrase of the day. You pull out your phone and type it into your notes. Mistakes are proof you're trying. You add today's vocabulary. Detour, lifesaver, mistake, and underneath that, one idea. Helping someone in English helps you more. Your stomach growls. Time for food. You find a cozy restaurant tucked behind a flower stall. A chalkboard menu sits outside in English and another language. You step in. The waiter greets you. You don't panic this time. You say, "I'd like the chicken special, please, and a bottle of water." Smooth, clear, no fear. He writes it down and says, "Your English is good." You smile and reply, "I'm learning, but thank you." As you sit down and wait for your food, the window next to you reflects your face and a little of who you've become today. More confident, more patient, more you in English. This isn't just a meal. It's a moment. And this moment, you earned it. The restaurant is quiet, filled with the gentle clatter of silverware and low hums of conversation. You take a sip of your water and glance around. Everyone seems relaxed, happy. You've just ordered your first full meal in English without freezing up. That may not sound like much to someone fluent, but to you, it's everything. You look out the window and notice the sky turning gold. The day is slowly wrapping itself up, but your mind is still wide open. A group of travelers enters the restaurant. They sit at the table next to you. You overhear them talking, fast and casually. Every few words land, and you understand. Not every sentence, not every joke, but enough to follow. "Man, the chicken here is fire," one of them says. You grin. You've heard that before. Fire doesn't mean it's burning. It means it's delicious. Cool. Great. Another idiom collected, stored, ready to use. This is how you learn English easily. Memorize it for beginners by living it in moments. Not tests, not scores, but flavor, emotion, memory. Your food arrives. You say, "Thank you." Simple, but full of power when said clearly and confidently. Halfway through your meal, someone taps your shoulder. It's a young woman from the table next to you. She says, "Sorry, but what's that dish? It looks amazing." You look down at your plate. You pause. Then you say, "It's the grilled chicken with lemon sauce. Very good." She smiles. "Thanks." You just became the English expert. For a second, you weren't learning English. You were using it to teach someone else. It hits you. You are no longer just a student. You are a speaker. The word of the moment is confident. You weren't born with it. You built it, word by word, phrase by phrase, moment by moment. You finish your meal, thank the waiter again, and step out into the early evening. As you walk down the street, your phone buzzes. Another message from your English friend. She says, "I used nearest station today." The guy understood, felt so proud. You reply, "See, we're both catching up." That phrase again, catching up. The city lights flicker on. You turn a corner and see a small group gathered around a man performing street music. You stop. Watch. He sings a cover of a pop song in English. The lyrics float through the air. You're stronger than you think you are. You stay a little longer. When the song ends, the man bows. Someone claps. A few people drop coins into his case. And then a small boy turns to you and says in English, "I like that song. Do you?" You blink. A child talking to you. No fear, no filter. You nod. "Yes, I like it too." He smiles and runs back to his parents. You stand there stunned, not by the song, but by the moment. This day was your English exam. No grades, no rules, just life, testing you in the most unexpected ways. And you passed. You take a slow walk home thinking about all the phrases you learned today. You whisper them one by one. "Excuse me. Hold on. Mind the gap. You're it. Detour. Mistakes are proof you're trying. Confident. They don't sound foreign anymore. They sound like yours." You arrive at your door. The sky is dark now, stars blinking above like little reminders of things not yet learned. You sit on your bed, open your notebook, and write, "I helped a tourist today. I ordered food thoroughly. I spoke slowly, and it worked. I understood a song lyric. A child spoke to me, and I replied." Then you write the biggest sentence of the day. "I can speak English." Your body is tired, but your mind, it's dancing. You close your eyes and drift into sleep, and maybe, just maybe, you'll dream in English again tonight. Because today, you didn't just study English, you lived it.